Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us. I'm Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke, Chair of the Congressional Black Caucus for the 119th session of Congress and proud representative of New York's 9th Congressional District, located in Brooklyn, New York. I want to thank my colleagues of the Congressional Black Caucus for their leadership and presence here this afternoon. I'd like to thank all the members of the press who are also present. The CBC is gathered today to express a grave concern about the alarming and coordinated efforts to undermine black and minority representation through Republican-led redistricting. As you know, the Republican Party, led by Donald Trump's congressional Republicans and the GOP leaders in state legislatures across this country, are systematically working to rig the upcoming election. Their strategy is clear: dilute the voting power of black and brown communities to cling to power by any means necessary. What we're seeing in states like Texas, Missouri, and others is nothing short of a direct assault on our representation in Congress. If these racially gerrymandered maps are upheld in the courts, the Congressional Black Caucus could potentially lose critical seats, which would undermine decades of progress in securing fair representation for our communities. Here's the truth. Donald Trump and congressional Republicans are fully aware that their billionaire first agenda is deeply unpopular with the American people. With inflation rising, tariffs straining the economy, and the consequences of the big ugly bill becoming clear, Republicans are scrambling to cling to power. So let me be clear. We are not going back. President Trump and his Republican allies are determined to drag this country back to a time when black voices were shut out of the democratic process, and we will not allow it. Our communities fought long and hard for the right to choose our representatives. This desperate attempt to rig elections and erode black political power will be met with fierce resistance. We will also continue to address rampant efforts to disenfranchise our communities by other means. We've seen Republican efforts to restrict voter registration, eliminate vote by mail, erect barriers to the ballot box for black and minority communities. The CBC and House Democrats remain committed to protecting the sacred right to vote and defending free and fair elections at every level, because the stakes are too high and the fight for our democracy is far from over. Our democracy depends on fair representation that reflects the diversity and the will of the American people. The CBC will continue to stand on the front lines, advocating for policies and legislation that protect voting rights and ensure that every voice, especially those from historically marginalized communities, is heard loud and clear in Congress. We call on our allies across the country to join us in this fight. Together, we will challenge these unjust maps in the courts, push for stronger voting rights legislation, and hold accountable those who seek to undermine our democracy. The future of our country depends on it, and we will not back down.